Hello, welcome back to Try and Tested. I'm Elaine and today I'm going to try out the NFC feature in Power Apps. Let's get started. Today I'm going to try 4 different scenarios. First is to read a text, kind of like a string, a sentence. Secondly is to read and launch a website. Thirdly is to read a phone number and make a phone call from the phone book. And fourthly is to send out an SMS. So let's see if it works, okay? There's a few things you need to have before you start using the NFC feature. First of all, you need a NFC tag. You could get this off Amazon, or if you have one at home that you can write on, make sure that it's not encrypted though. So if you are in Australia like I am, you can't use your MyKey because the MyKey is encrypted. So you could actually get a tag, or you get even the office card, the white card that we have to enter the building. If it's not encrypted, you could write over it, you could use that. Or else just buy it off online. I got this really cheap. I think I got like 12 of these for $9. So I got the whole pack over here. Actually, if you are in Melbourne and you want one of these, just hit me up on LinkedIn if we could meet up for drinks or something. I have too many. I couldn't use all of them. I could pass them to you. I could pass a couple to you. And if you're in Sydney, well, if things got open up and I could go up, I could give it to you as well. So that is if you could wait. If you can't, just get it off Amazon, 1-day delivery for Amazon Prime. The next thing you need is a mobile phone, a smartphone that is NFC enabled. If you are using one of the latest smartphone, I think maybe even 5 years back, it should be NFC enabled, because for iPhone 6 and above is NFC enabled. Not sure about Android, you could check it out. And you also need to have an NFC Writer app. So this is free. You can download it. Make sure that it's compatible with either your iPhone or your Android. I think it's different for different OS. But I got this and I can use this to write over the tag. And then I will use the Power Apps to actually read this. And obviously you need Power Apps installed in the phone, or else you can't use it. Let's start by building the app. So it's really simple. All you need is a element, kind of like a button or probably an image or icon, any controls that could trigger the NFC read function. So I'm just gonna simply put a button over here, and then I'm just gonna call this ReadNFC. Now on the on select here, we just call the read NFC function. And if you just had this button with this function, it would work already. Like what it does is when you click on the button and scan your tag, it will read the information. It will actually capture the information of the NFC card, but it's just not doing anything with it. So you need to put in some logic to tell the app what to do. So some examples is you could actually collect it and put it in a collection, and then save it in your Dataverse or SharePoint and use the data that you collected later on. Or you can put in some logic to maybe launch a website if it actually reads a link, or notify the user what it read, and etc. So what I've done over here is I've created one already, and I put in an image. On this image here, the logic I have here is it will read the card, and well, if it's blank, then it won't do anything. It actually tells the user that it is blank. There's no text or URI. But if there's a text, it will inform the user that there's a text. if there's a URI, it will launch a URI. So what I'm hoping to achieve here is that if it's a text, I'll see a out-of-box Power Apps notification. And if it's a URI, like a website or a phone number, it will be able to launch my website on the browser or launch my phone app to call the phone number. And if it's an SMS, it should be able to launch the SMS. Okay, so let's test this out. Now, before I start this recording, I already programmed my NFC card using the NFC Writer app. And if you're wondering how am I able to enter like text versus website, etc., it's already available in the app. You just need to select what category you want and then enter the information and then write it back to the card, and it's all set. Like, it's probably just a 1-2 minutes kind of thing to program like all 4 of these. Alright, enough talking. Let's play with the app, okay? So I have my app open and I'm just gonna open my NFC app and we're gonna test the text. Yep, the text one first. This is probably what I can think of is you could use it like in the event, that you have an event and you check in. So you could like kind of have things like probably the seat number and the name and the date and time, and then you can store it back in the Dataverse or your Dynamics Marketing, and you're able to track who have attended the event and etc. So one thing to remember when you test the app is, because the phone is NFC enabled, I can't speak for Android because I don't have an Android, but at least on my iPhone, if I just tap my card on the phone, it will actually scan it, but it's not my Power App scanning it, it's actually the phone NFC feature scanning it. So always make sure that you actually tap on the button. So tap on the button that you have built, and then you will see a scan, read scan tag sign, kind of a pop-up, and then only you scan your card. Okay, so that's the way to test it. So now I'm going to tap on here and you can see a ready to scan, and I click on it. Now as you see, there's a notification that says Elaine 03 blah 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 blah. That is what I've written onto this card. So like I mentioned just now, imagine you're in an event, you want to track the people who have come and you want to kind of track their seat number, where they are sitting in the event. This is how you can actually do it. Now let's test the second scenario. Let's see if we launch my website, okay? Fingers crossed. Yay! It works! So that means we're able to use the launch function to open the website. Now let's try if we're able to open the phone app to call someone. Now again, I have my app open and I have this one where I've programmed a phone number. Let's try. Oh, so it does open the app and then I could click call. So it's a bit different from the Apple one, I guess. Let's try the Apple one and see what it does. So if I don't press, oh, it's similar. But on the Apple one, it just looks better. Have a better UI. So it kind of does the same thing. Now let's test the last one, which is the SMS. So I've actually programmed it to with a phone number and a text message. So I want to see if it will actually launch the SMS and able to put the text onto the kind of like the body before you send. So let's test it. Just had the app launch. Let me try. Oh, okay. So it doesn't put the body onto the kind of like the text onto the body of the message. So it comes out in a string. So I think it doesn't work for SMS. Maybe what's the best way we can do is maybe to store it as a text and then use a connector to convert it. I don't know. If anyone have tested this out and kind of use this NFC to send a SMS and got it working, let me know. Okay? That's pretty good, right? I can see a lot of potential with this NFC feature. There's a lot of use case that we can use it with. One of it is the event management. Second one I can think of would be for office desk booking. So you could make sure that the person actually sit on the right desk. So you scan and then on the tag before you sit down on the desk to make sure that it's the right person that is sitting on the desk based on what he already booked in the booking system. And the third one is for inspection. So more for site inspection, using the machineries or the equipments. You can actually scan the tag to kind of track the equipment's use and the location that person is in. And Shane Young have also created a video on how to use this to manage inventory. So there's a lot of use cases that we can use for NFC tag. It kind of a good replacement for QR code as well, because QR code is a bit slow at times when you want to scan it, and this is really quick. So that's all I have for today. Share with me what have you used this with, because it'll be interesting to discuss and see what have you guys built with this NFC tag as well. So that's all for today. If you like my video, give me a thumbs up and hit subscribe, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye!